Okay, real talk. Every Hokage debate online is the same tired argument. Who's stronger? Who wins in a fight? Who gets the better jutsu? Or who got the better jutsu? But for this channel, we talk about leadership. So here, being the strongest ninja and being the best leader are two totally different skills. They're not even close. And when you're talking about being a Hokage, you're talking about being a leader, right? You can have a strong Hokage, but they need to be a better leader because you can have an amazing class of S-rank ninja under your belt, but just because you're the strongest doesn't mean you can lead the village to a better tomorrow. So I'm ranking all 6. Worst leader to best, not by power, but how they actually lead. And I'm telling you right now, number 1 is going to start a fight in the comments. So let's get into it. Real quick, so you know how I'm judging this. I'm doing this based off 5 things. Could they see a future nobody else could and actually make people believe in it? How they'd handle it when everything was on fire. Not the calm days, the bad ones. Did the people around them get better, or did they just get used or stay stagnant? Did they build something that lasted after they were gone, or did they fall apart the second they left? And the big one, the fatal flaw. Everyone's got one. The great leaders know exactly what theirs is, and the dangerous ones have no clue. That's the scorecard. 6 down to 1. Here we go. Don't come after me in the comments, please. Number 6 is Hiruzen. And listen, I already hear some of your keyboards going off, so don't come after me, please. But Hiruzen, the 3rd Hokage. And no disrespect if you love him. The man is gifted, generally one of the most talented Hokage on raw ability. The whole village loved him. His students literally became legends. And on paper, this guy's top 3 easy. But here's where it all falls apart for me. No, I take that back. He's maybe like top 5. Hiruzen had the nice guy problem. He cared so much about everybody that he could never bring himself to make the hard call. Orochimaru, he saw it. Danzo, he knew. And every single time he'd choose to look away because going after them felt too cruel. And I get it, that sounds compassionate, but there's a difference between being kind and being soft. Kind is making the brutal call and being honest about it. Soft is dodging it and calling it mercy. Hiruzen went soft in the exact moment it mattered the most. And the thing that buries him at 6, he had no replacement ready. The man came out of retirement to take his job back because nobody was prepared to step up. That's not bad luck. That's a leader who never built anybody to follow him. Number 5 is going to be Tobirama, the 2nd. And this dude is fascinating because everybody writes him off as the cold, scary, kind villain Hokage. But pause on this for just a second and look at what he actually built. The hidden village system, him. The Chunin exams, him. The Anbu, him. Basically every piece of infrastructure that every Hokage after him just inherited and ran on. He didn't just lead the village, he built the machine that the village runs on. That's huge. Honestly, the guy who builds the system that outlives him is sometimes worth more than the guy with the prettier vision. But, and this is the real but, Tobirama mixed up control with trust. The way he treated the Uchiha wasn't just a bad political move, it was a leadership failure. He looked at the whole group, decided that they were a threat before they'd done anything, and reached straight for the surveillance instead of bringing them in. And here's the thing that never fails. You treat people like the enemy before they've earned it. And congratulations, you just created the enemy. He built the best machine on this list, he just jammed some of the wrong parts into it. Number 4 is Minato, the 4th. And yes, I already feel the daggers in my back. The man was elite, fastest ninja alive, enemies were terrified of him. A flee on-site order was given during the 2nd Ninja War, and his village adored him, all real. But we got to be honest about something nobody wants to say. His time as Hokage was short. Like, we never actually saw Minato 5 years in, 10 years in. We saw him in one crisis, and yeah, he was incredible in it. But one amazing moment under pressure isn't a whole career of leading. Now here's what I genuinely love about him though. Minato understood something most leaders never get, that the job is to protect the thing, not protect yourself. When he sealed the Nine Tails into his own newborn son, knowing exactly what that would do to the kid's whole life, that's a man who put the mission over his own blood. And that's rare. That's the real deal. But I can't rank a guy on a career I've never gotten to see. What I saw was brilliant. It was also unfinished. Number 3 is Kakashi, and I already understand he kind of falls into the same line as Minato. In real talk, this is the one most of us actually are. Kakashi never wanted the job. He was just the best option lying around, not the guy who spent years training for it. And come on, does that sound familiar? Most people don't choose the lead. They were the best at their job, somebody slapped a title on them and said figure it out. That's Kakashi. So he did what most reluctant leaders do. He led on pure competence. Kept things steady, made smart calls, got everybody through the war in one piece. Genuinely a solid run, no notes there. But here's the ceiling. And this one's for specifically you. So listen, Kakashi was already one of the most insane individual talents in the entire series before he became Hokage. And the hardest jump anybody makes in anything is going from being the best player on the field to being the guy who makes everybody else better. Kakashi never fully made that jump. He let off his own greatness. And the truly great ones, they build the greatness in other people. That's the wall he hit. And it's the same wall that quietly stops a ton of insanely talented people from ever becoming great leaders. Second on this list is Tsunade. And before anybody loses it, stay with me because this one's not close either. She took this job in the worst possible moment. The village just got invaded, Hiruzen just died, morale's in the dirt, and she hadn't led anything in years. She'd been gone, gambling, running from her own grief. And what she pulls off from the starting point is one of the most slept on leadership runs in the whole show. She rebuilds the entire medical system of the ninja world, turns medical ninjutsu from the little supporting thing into an actual strategic weapon. One decision, and it ends up saving more lives across the series than half of the big fights do. She didn't just run the village, she changed how the whole thing works. And here's what really gets me about her. Tsunade led through her scars. Nobody lost more than she did. And instead of letting it break her heart, she used it. That's the kind of leader people actually trust. The one who's been through the absolute worst and still shows up. Your team can feel it. They know you're not leading from some comfortable little tower. But her flaw, when it got personal, she'd wobble. Emotion would grab the wheel. The best keep that separate in the moment. And she couldn't always. But her worst day is still better than almost everybody ranked below her. Number one, and I don't think too many people will be upset about this, but it's going to be Hashirama, the god of shinobi, the first. Here's what he did that literally nobody else on the list comes close to. He built peace between people who had been slaughtering each other for generations. And not by being the strongest, though he was, he did it because he genuinely stubbornly believed a better world was possible. He chased it even when everyone close to him told him he was naive. That's not I've got a plan for the next quarter, that's I can see a world that doesn't exist yet, and I'm going to drag it into reality. But here's the part nobody talks about, the lesson hiding inside him. Hashirama's greatest strength and his biggest weakness were the exact same thing. He trusted people way past the point that evidence said he should. Madara, his own brother, his enemies, he led with trust as the default setting, not suspicion. And yeah, sometimes it cost him everything. But look at the other option. Leading with suspicion as your default, that was Tobirama. And we already saw the bill that came due on that approach. So the lesson isn't be naive, it's this. Leaders who build the biggest things, the things that actually last, are almost always the ones who choose to trust when it would have been so much easier not to. The control freaks build things that are efficient and brittle. Hashirama built something that outlived every single name on this list. That's why he's number one. Not the strongest compared to Naruto. He's definitely up there, right? He's number 2 to Naruto. The most complete, and right there is the whole difference between power and leadership. Every one of these 6 had something real, and every one of them had a flaw that capped how far they could go. That's not a Naruto thing. That's just a people thing. So I actually want to know, who did I get wrong? Because somebody's already furious I put Hiruzen at 6. And somebody else is ready to throw hands about Minato at 4. So tell me, I'm here for it. Let's argue. And if this is your kind of thing, leadership, but through the characters we will actually grew up loving, hit subscribe. And if you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. I will talk to you guys later. Peace.